I'm a queer filmmaker and activist. I'm originally from Lima, Peru, and I reside in Los Angeles. I think I was like 4 or 5 years old. I was really drawn to this little bear. My mom gave me this bear for, I think it was for Christmas. And it was a teddy bear, so he had a little bow tie, so it was a male bear. But I didn't like that. So the first thing I did is I got rid of the bow tie and I started putting the bow tie on the head. Like it was like a little, vincha, like a bow or something. And I lived in a household full of women. I have a lot of aunts, and my mother, she was the breadwinner, the household head. And so there were always like pieces of cloth around. So I grabbed a piece of cloth and I put it around my little bear. I named Sarah, and I would take the bear everywhere with me. And one day I was at my mom's, she had a woman that made her dresses, tailor-made her dresses for her. And she took pity on me and she said, "Would you like if I make a little dress for your little bear?" And I was so happy. And I didn't think it was anything, that I had to hide. So I was walking around with my little bear with a little pink dress and stuff like that. And then an uncle of mine came to live in the house, and he told my mother that I should go see a psychologist because it was not normal that I was playing with this little bear, and I also had paper dolls at home. And my mom said to him, "There's nothing wrong with my son. He's a happy child and he'll be playing with whatever he wants. And if you don't like it, you can move out." By having a mother who was all supportive and all loving, have really marked my life. But also I think it had to do with my seeing her how hard she worked, because she worked 2 jobs, especially when she came here to the States and as an immigrant, and I couldn't let her down. I think she would really be proud of the work I'm doing, for instance, with Zoe and her mom, Ophelia. I told you before, Ophelia reminded me so much of my mother because she's so hardworking and she has so many challenges in her life, but she loves her daughter, unconditionally, and that's the way my mom loved me. That's why that particular project is so personal to me, because I feel that Zoe has the power to become a real game changer, a trailblazer for our community, as Latinos, as trans, as gender non-conforming, as queer. Most of the subjects in my films are women or trans-identified females. And it's not surprising because that's what I grew up with, But I think the fact that they're resilient and they're resourceful and they can turn any challenge, like for instance in Bamby's story, that everything that happened to her, she turned it into, basically polish it into a diamond, which is her actual activism right now. And she had the wherewithal to clean up her life because of the love of her family that she had behind her, And it was not only her biological family, but also her chosen family and people who believed in her. I think that's what I found, that most of these women, even the trans women in Peru, they needed somebody to believe in them and saw them as beautiful and worthwhile. First, you have to take care of yourself in every way, mentally, psychologically, and you have to be comfortable in your own skin. And then you're able to take care of somebody else. It could be a child, like in the case of raising Zoe, or it could be yourself, like in the case of the Bamby story. And then, when you find that balance in your lives, then you can take care of your community. I think for me, all of my work is basically my activism, because I'm trying to change my community to be for the better.